All right, here we go again. YouTube comments. I would say this is a food for thought, but this really isn't a food for thought. This is more or less a thing that must stop existing in the United States of America. We, as a race of people, really need to stop victimizing each other. It has come to a point in the United States of America where, as though you are unable to invest in your own growth because your own people will rob and steal from you. Rather it's a grocery store, or rather it's a clothing line, or rather it's something that you are doing in your community, which I'm tired of hearing the ghetto, the project, in the hood, or now the United States government says urban. But we have been victimizing each other on a large scale for years. I'm not going back and talking about the days that happened before. I'm talking about now in the United States of America, today, on a large scale, as if we just do not care about each other. We have proven that we do not care about each other. When you have a person that is trying to survive and feed his family and get up out of poverty by doing something positive for the community, such as selling food, or selling T-shirts, and that he's doing this or she's doing this in the community that you reside in, and then you come and put a gun to their head and bribe them from the money that they have prospered from giving to the community. And you look as though that because of that money that they made, that you feel as though you can just go and rob them. These are the issues that exist in the black community. Because I don't see no white folks coming and robbing us. I mean, white folks ain't coming in my house, kicking in my door, stealing my TV. White folks coming in and stealing the money that I have earned hard. Rather, even if I'm in a position where I'm working at a good factory and I'm making a good $16, $17 an hour, and I have TVs and videos, and I have my family, and you see that I'm living a little comfortable, and you decide that you want to come take that from me. In the black community, it's not the white person coming doing that. Ain't no white person coming up in the hood to get on the project, because I'm tired of hearing. And I don't know, like I said, they say urban, but we still together the project and hood. What's going on in Chicago is no one's doing nothing about that. It's continuing to happen. It's continuing to happen. Everyone speaks upon it. Obama spoke upon it. But in Chicago, nothing has not stopped. Those murder, death, kills are still going in Chicago. And that's in Chicago. Those are the things that have been spoken about in the national news. There are a lot of urban ghetto project hoods, urban areas that are being victimized on a large scale with black on black crime. That is really a state of emergency if you really think about it. Black on black crime is on a larger scale, way more than Al Qaeda and ISIS and Taliban. Black on black crime has been above all that. The black on black crime killing each other is on a larger scale more today than ever. I mean, you could say the depression that had happened or whatever. This has been going on in the United States of America for years, but they really don't care about that. They really don't care about black on black crime, and it has been proven. I don't have to go into no stats or statistics, but it's been proven that they did not care about black on black crime. But we as a people, we need to stop doing this to each other. This is, I mean, what would it take for you not to go rob your neighbor? What would it take for you not to go steal from your sister? What would it take? Just because someone's trying to do a little bit better for themselves, and you as a neighbor, a friend, a cousin, in-law, you decide that you want to go rob them, kill them, Shoot them. We are doing this, and it doesn't even make the news. You don't really hear about black on black crimes that is on a large scale. Most of the news you hear, but if we start reporting black on black crime, it will flood up the news market. It will flood the news market up from Maine to Compton to New York, Bronx, West Philadelphia, Chicago, Illinois. Doesn't matter. And black communities across America, we are killing each other on a larger scale than there's ever been ever. And no one is doing anything. You don't hear too much about this. You mention it when it happened on a large scale, like in Chicago. You know, it happened on a large scale in Chicago. But that's just Chicago. You know how many other ghetto projects in the hood that's around in America? We're killing each other on a larger scale than ever. And no one really seems to focus on that. No, there's no focus on preventing this type of violence against each other. But we as a people, we need to stop this. We really need to stop this killing and murdering and stealing and robbing from each other. Because we are doing what they want us to do. They build the ghetto project hood. They sit back and say, yeah, we'll just put them there, you know. They'll just kill and rob from each other. Oh yeah, we'll throw some alcohol in there, then crack, heroin, whatever. They're just gonna kill and rob from each other. And y'all are doing exactly what they want you to do. And you still haven't realized that you should stop it? You don't realize that you should not rob from your neighbor, your cousin, your sister, your in-law? As a people living in the communities that trying to uprise, we are keeping each other down more than anybody else. We are keeping each other down more than anybody else. Ain't no Caucasian person coming up in the ghetto project hood robbing us. Ain't nobody coming up and taking my TV. Ain't nobody coming up and shooting me because they thought I was with their girlfriend or boyfriend. Or ain't none of that happening in our community. We are killing each other. I'm talking about just in our own community. You have massive shootings going on in the United States of America, but when you have the black on black crimes that exist in America that's not being reported on a large scale, it just keeps going on and going on and going on. It got to a point where we was almost extinct and part of killing each other. And we need to stop this. We need to stop their plan from going to an extinction of a race of people. They planned this, and we as African Americans in 2015, rich, poor, whatever your status may be, but we are still killing each other, robbing from each other, taking from each other, preventing each other from prosperity. We are doing this on a large scale, in 2015. We still haven't waken up. We still have not waken up from stop doing this from each other. What would it take? What will it take? I don't know what voices. I don't know what would it take? Martin Luther King to come up out of his grave and just stand up and rise up and say, y'all need to stop this. I don't know what will it take. The ghost of Martin Luther King, the ghost of Medgar Evers, the ghost of Marcus Garvey, the ghost of Malcolm X, to all get together and join up and just stand up and tell y'all, you stop? What would it take? Something for you to stop doing it? Stop killing each other. Please try to stop killing each other.